Assalamu alaikum to all viewers, welcome to my channel. In this video we will discuss about the phase contrast microscope. What is the phase contrast microscope? Here you can see that phase contrast microscope. I also having a PPT slides which give the more detail about the phase contrast microscope. You can see here the microscope. These are all microscope of different types. Also you can see here the microscope has become one of the most recognizable symbol of science. Starting with the use of simple lens in ancient times to the first compound microscope around 1590 and up to the microscopes are using in 7th grade life science. Are using in 7th grade life science. The microscope has allowed scientists to make discoveries about the invisible world. Also you can see here the micro is equal small to scope to look at. Photographs of cells are taken using a microscope and these pictures are called micrographs. Also you can see here the introduction to phase contrast microscope. Also you can see here the phase contrast microscope. Phase contrast microscope first described in 1934 by Dutch physicist first Zernike. Is a contrast enhancing optical technique that can be utilized to produce high contrast image of transparent specimens such as living cell microorganism. Living cell microorganism, thin issues, slice lithographic patterns, fibers, lattice dispersion, glass fragment, and subcellular particles including nuclei and other organelles. Also you can see here the parts of a microscope in the photo. So let's start it. You can see here in effect the phase contrast technique employ an optical mechanism to translate minute variation in phase into corresponding changes in amplitude, which can be visualized as differences in image contrast. One of the major advantage of phase contrast microscopy is that living cell can be examined in their natural state with previously being killed, fixed and stained. As a result, the dynamic of ongoing biological processes can be observed and recorded in high contrast with sharp clarity of minute specimen detail. Also you can see here figure 1 is a cutaway diagram of modern upright phase contrast in microscope, including a scheme illustration of the phase contrast optical train. And also you can see here the some detail about the phase contrast microscopy on this website. Here it also describing the some guide to phase contrast. Phase contrast is a light microscope technique used to enhance the contrast of image of transparent to and colorless specimens. It enable visualization of cells and cell compound that would be difficult to see using an ordinary light microscope. As phase contrast microscopy does not require cells to be killed, fixed or strained, the technique enable living cells usually in culture and specimen detail can be observed. Also you can see here phase contrast is a light microscopy technique used to enhance the contrast of image of transparent and colorless specimen. It enables visualization of cell and cell component that would be difficult to see using an ordinary light microscopy. Also you can see here the PPT links and some other detail